Hello everyone, Forrest Stevens here, owner of Different Media, and a lot of the questions I get on this channel is about how to build out an electrical system. And there's a lot of different options out there. You could do it yourself, you could hire somebody, you could wire your entire van or rig, or you could get an all-in system. And even within there, there's a lot of different options. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about an all-around good product that Bluetti sent me. So this is it. And the model is, let's see here, the model is AC180. And what's interesting about this is the capacity, the total capacity of this is 1152 watt hours, which is very close to a 100 amp hour battery at 12 volts. So what's interesting about that is the size comparison and the weight comparison compared to a 100 amp hour battery. Now, if you're going to get lithium, you can get small ones now, but they're not going to have everything in it, right? This has your DC capabilities through USB ports here, and your AC capabilities with a pure sine wave inverter. So all of this is included in here, which is very convenient. The other convenient part of this, of course, is that you can take it in and out, and you could actually bring this to a location to charge, which is a lot harder to do if you've wired everything into your system, into your rig. One other little point here, it also has wireless charging right here at the top. Now, one thing I love about Bluetti's designs over a large range of their products is that the handles are kind of built into the design. They're not coming out in a big thing like this or like on top, so that this could actually go somewhere and just be the size it is. It's not punching out. It's pretty square. I mean, it's got these rounded edges, but it's this nice little box that can be contained in a compartment in your rig and not be taking up more space than it really needs to. Everything in here is very compact, and it's the entire system that you need, which I've mentioned, but that's one of the biggest benefits of buying these all-in systems. So right here, I've activated the DC button, the power button, and I can turn on the AC just by pressing that, holding it down actually, to activate the AC inverter. So the AC inverter is going to give you access to 4 outlets that are just like your house. So you could plug in your laptop, you could plug in a little blender, and the inverter in here is 1800 watts. I have a full built-out system in my RV, and my inverter in there it's pretty big. It's this big, it weighs a decent amount, and it's only 1000 watts. So this thing actually inverts more than what my inverter does in my rig. So that's pretty awesome. And here we have the PV input or DC input. So you can charge this on a cigarette lighter, or you can plug solar panels directly into this, and Bluetti has some options for that as well. Either roof mounted ones, or you could get a foldable panel and plug that right in there and charge this off of solar. Now, the other thing it has is you can plug in an AC adapter. And what is really nice about this is actually something different than some of the other models of Bluetti that I've reviewed. And now it's just this plug that is basically the same plug as like the back of a tower PC. And all of the charging mechanism is in here. So it's just a cord now. Before, they used to have kind of a charging block that would be kind of loud with fans and things like that, and it didn't charge as fast as the one in this one does. So that's pretty awesome. You can charge like very, very quickly with an AC on something like this. It has a USB-C of 100 watts, so if you had a computer, a laptop that runs off of USB-C, you could plug it directly in here and actually charge your laptop directly, which is going to be more efficient than using the pure sine inverter, because that inversion takes some power as well. The other nice thing about this USB-C port here is I have a USB-C to USB-C. If you plug it directly in there and you plug your phone in, it's going to actually act as a quick charger, which is really nice. So plug it right in. We're at 34% on my phone, and you can actually see the output. It's outputting 18 watts. So that's really shooting some power into my phone here. And this is the other thing that's really nice is a lot of times when you're building a DIY setup, a battery monitor might be something that you just skip. It's an extra it's an extra amount of money, and it's an extra amount of learning how to wire one up. This one has basically a battery monitor in there telling you the percent, your input when you are charging, and your output when you are using the battery itself. So that's really nice. One thing I forgot to mention here is the DC output. So if you had a DC fridge, like a cooler or something like that, you could plug that directly in there. That's like the cigarette lighter of a car. It's got a little bit of weight to it, so you know, if you're older, it's going to be a little heavy for you, but you know, it's not too bad. I'm not straining too much to lift this thing. And then the battery capacity is actually it's a 32 volt system, so it has to kind of downgrade the voltage down to 12 to charge, or down to 5 actually, for these USB outlets. And then it has to up that 36 to 120 volts for this. So it takes a little bit more energy to up the voltage than to down it. But yeah, it's a very efficient system running off the 36 volts as opposed to it being a 12 volt system. It's going to be a little bit less to invert it up to the 120. Overall, I really have nothing bad to say about this. This thing has been super reliable. I've taken it on trips to test it out, and I've also used it in power outages. It's super handy to have this much capacity in such a portable little unit. It's basically replaced the need for a generator for when the power's gone out. I've been able to plug my fridge into this. I've been able to power my computer or some lights and just have absolutely no problem with it. I really I'm trying to think of any negative points on this for the review, and I really don't think there is any. You know, aesthetically, it's very simple. It's very basic. But to me, that's a plus. Like, I don't want something that's very flashy, very red, you know, very orange, green, yellow. It doesn't look that good to me. Like this can just blend in. Like, you don't need this to stand out. I'd say maybe one thing it could use that I've seen on other ones is like a little light option that you can turn on. That can be kind of handy for power outages or whatever, but there are these little indicator lights, and you know, once you turn this on, this is going to shine a little bit of light so you can at least see where it is, you can see where it's at. And yeah, those also aren't so intrusive that it's going to be kind of lighting up your van in the middle of the night or anything like that. So all in all, this, like I said, I'm really struggling to find any negatives about this. It's been very reliable, and Bluetti is a great company. They make awesome products. So if you guys are interested in this, there is a link in the description for this exact model on their website, and you can purchase that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for sending me this Bluetti, and I hope this review has helped you in some ways of deciding whether this is the right unit for you. And you can check out the other van life product reviews that we've done on this channel. Thanks everybody for watching.